This is Tim McGowan for the Finance News Network. US stocks fell Tuesday after Walmart cut its earnings forecast, sending other retail shares lower and adding to concern that consumer spending might not be strong enough to keep the US out of a recession. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 0.71%, the S&P 500 retreated 1.15% and the Nasdaq Composite declined 1.87%. All of the major averages, however, are still on pace for their best month of 2022. Walmart plunged 7.6% on Tuesday, dragging other retailers with it. Target dropped 3.6%, Macy's was down 7.2%, and the Spider S&P Retail ETF fell nearly 4%. Across the sectors, consumer discretionary was the hardest hit. The retail turmoil bled into e-commerce stocks. Shopify tumbled about 14% after the payments provider announced it was laying off 10% of its global workforce, citing a pullback in online spending and saying it misjudged how long the pandemic-fueled e-commerce boom would last. The company will report its earnings on Wednesday. Amazon fell 5.2%, Square parent Block lost 7%, and PayPal lost 5.7%, both of which operate major merchant services businesses. UPS shares slid around 3% after the shipping giant reported declines in its international and supply chain businesses. On the flip side, Coca-Cola shares rose 1.6% after the beverage giant topped earnings and revenue expectations, citing a sales volume recovery from the pandemic and higher pricing. Industrial stocks were earnings winners too. Shares of 3M rose 4.9% after the company beat earnings and revenue estimates and announced plans to spin its healthcare business into a separate publicly traded company. General Electric posted better than expected results. On Tuesday, the Fed Reserve commenced its two-day policy meeting. One analyst said the bottom line is the Fed, no matter how you cut it, is going to quickly move to that restrictive stance that will take a toll on the economy. It's going to get there quickly enough, whether it's an extra 25 basis points next time versus a month later. Within the next 6 months, we're going to be in a financially restrictive environment. In commodity news, natural gas prices are surging around the world as scorching temperatures stoke demand for the fuel as Europe's push to move away from Russian fuel shakes global energy markets. US natural gas futures surged more than 11% at one point on Tuesday to its highest level since 2008 in July. Natural gas is now on track for its best month on record. In commodity news, iron ore futures are pointing to a 2.5% gain. Gold prices were stuck in a narrow range on Tuesday with spot gold flat. Silver was up 1.1%, copper was up 0.9% and oil lost 1.8%. In currency news, the US dollar index was up 0.7% with big gains versus the euro, with little change versus the yen cross. One Australian dollar has weakened compared to the US dollar yesterday, buying 69.4 cents. The SPI futures this morning are pointing to a 0.5% fall for the ASX today. This is Tim McGowan for the Finance News Network.